Ready? Action.
Coach, what did it mean for you and the guys to get the first win here?
It's relief, and I think it was just a sense of anxiety because I think that we feel we're good enough that we could have had a win earlier in the season. We let some get away, and so the whole theme has been over the last 2 weeks is about being able to close games, and and even the last 2 games that we lost, we were up ahead. We were up ahead into the second half, and we didn't know how to close games. And so today, against a very offensively potent team, I think the guys dug down and they just grind their teeth and worked their tails off, and this is the reward.
Anything you saw particularly that made the big difference in your guys' overall play?
I think just the will to defend and making sure that we were organized. I think they were backing each other up. The coverage in between the lines is very good. They're a good team that they can combine coming in and out, so they have very, very technical players. And I think that we did a really, really good job in regards to plugging those holes. And the other thing is that when we got the ball, we got into the attack and we countered, and so that was important.
First goal from back to Memo, what did you see on that play?
I just saw us win the ball. There was a combination, the ball got whipped in, and just like we were telling our guys, we keep telling our outside guys, hey, make sure you're running in from the weak side because it's going to be open, and there's a reason Memo's up with Houston.
How much of a lift was it to have him and Mac down here tonight?
Absolutely, it's huge. I mean, those guys train with some of the top players in MLS day in and day out, and so right now they're itching to get games in MLS, and we're fortunate enough to have this this hybrid going that we can have some of those guys, and they're fortunate that if they can take advantage of getting some games, and so we can only play them for 60 because Wilmer has them in his plans for this weekend. So it shows that the quality that they have. They came in and they made an influence in the game.
You mentioned the counterattack a little bit, but what was the key to creating chances without necessarily controlling possession?
Well, I just think that, it was just the organization, and we wanted to make sure that we were plugging in holes and that when we won the ball, there were options for us. I think in the first half, we had a couple opportunities where we could have gone at them a little bit more, and so that was something we talked about at halftime, and, we rewarded that. Even the one that was in offsides, we should have been able to have the second one. So I think those were important. I think in a game like this, being where we were and needing the 3 points, we were okay conceding possession and not necessarily, opening ourselves up and making this just a sprint match where, we knew we could score, but we didn't want to just give up goals.
Been a lot of talk about holding leads in the second half, being in that position again. How did you feel the guys handled it? Are there any
I thought they were great, and I thought that there were times in which they played very intelligently by holding the lines and moving the lines together. And I think there are a couple of times where it's just will, and there's times when defending you just have to have the will to defend and not let the man beat you and get to the balls and not and no matter how tired you are, just going over that hump. And I think we did, and hopefully that these guys learn from it, going over this hump, and they feel and they taste how good this feels, that, we won't be afraid to empty ourselves.
During that second goal, what did you see that probably helped you seal the match?
Well, I think it was pressure that we had in the midfield, and then Aldo was hungry, obviously. When you have a first-team guy come in and you have to come off the bench, he wants to, make a statement, and his ultimate goal is to be up there. And I think it was an individual play by him, winning the ball, beating the guy, kind of putting it between his legs, and then slotting the ball, and that's just the quality that Aldo has.
All right. Well, congratulations on the first win and clean sheet, and hopefully we can get 3 more.
That's the whole plan. I think as long as we keep working and getting clean sheets, we know we're capable of scoring. That's for sure. It's just a matter of us collectively being able to defend.
If it takes us to have a bark at the park every time, is that something that you're willing to do, Coach? Have dogs every time?
Absolutely. Bring them in. I'll pet every single one of them, whatever we got to do. So yeah, we're already getting to rituals about who's wearing what, certain underwear and stuff. It's getting ugly in the locker room. So we're gonna try to repeat everything, and hopefully we have the same result.